All right. Okay, we're live. Welcome, everybody. I'm Angie.
Here for somebody to get on here.
All right.
I'm Sonny.
We got a couple of guests. So we'll let everybody jump on here and we will introduce them. Excited.
Let's see who we got on here so far. We got G-Mon G-Pop. We got Uncle Iron Hide.
Good evening. Karen. Karen's on. Hello. How's Ireland? All right. So we like to bring on a couple of other YouTubers to interview and talk to. And when we say YouTubers, moto vloggers to be more specific, I guess. Those that get on a motorcycle, ride, and do any video related to motorcycles, really. And on YouTube, there's so many of us, and we have our Facebook page, and we're finding a lot of people on Facebook are only on Facebook, and they're not really going to YouTube to look at videos. And I think there's a whole world out there that they don't even know about. So we keep doing this live every Saturday night on YouTube and Facebook, hoping that we can like introduce people to this whole new world that they can go to.
Which is exactly opposite of what Facebook wants you to do.
Yes. If I post it on my Facebook page right now, they don't like that. They slap your hand because we had our hand slapped for a whole month. Wasn't good. So the only way is like to try to do these lives so we can get everybody on here. So if you're just jumping on here, which I'm seeing a bunch of people on here now, I'm Angie, this is Sunny, we're the Badgers, and every Saturday night, not every, because we got different events and things going on, but we try to every Saturday night have something happening. And when we can and we're home, what we'll do is we'll invite a couple of guests to join us. And specifically, we like to ask other YouTubers that are moto vloggers like us, what's a moto vlogger?
I don't know. What's a moto vlogger?
You explain.
Okay.
Or when you guys jump in.
Well, I'm going to say something real quick because we got a ton of people on here right now. We're also going to have another live next week with a bunch of biker-owned businesses for Small Business Saturday. So we're going to give you a chance to check out all of their businesses, maybe order something online. But we're Amazon affiliates, so we love it when you spend money with Amazon through us. But I would much rather you spend money with a local biker business.
So we're calling it Small Biker Business Saturday.
So that's the whole point of next week's video, is to introduce you. I think we have 5 or 6 different businesses that will be on there.
Yep.
So hopefully we can introduce you to some really cool businesses. You can get something really cool for Christmas. They can feed their family, and bikers supporting bikers. So I just want to throw that out there before we kind of get kicked off, because like I said, there's a ton of people on here, and I just wanted them to know what's going on next week. Now,
what's a moto vlogger?
A moto vlogger is somebody that looks like a Teletubby with a camera on their head that rides a motorcycle, and they talk to themselves while they ride the motorcycle on video.
Yep.
So you pull up to a light, everybody's looking at you like you are completely freaking insane because you're just jabbering away like you're carrying on a conversation. So it's pretty funny, it's pretty interesting, right? You're talking, and it's weird.
All right. I think that's pretty good. What about you guys, Rob? Smitty?
I can't beat that. That's pretty much the name of the game. Just go down the road and you jabber whatever's on your mind. You go back home, you chop it all up so it makes sense, and there you go.
Yeah. So
yeah, with me, it's like obviously being in Australia and so far south of everyone else, and we're in the future because it's 11 o'clock on Sunday here. But show you the world. Like, I got into it because of Adam Sandoval. I left the club and I was lost for a while, didn't know what to do. So seen a couple of his videos on YouTube and seen how he toured the country, and seen 100 Harley deals and all that time. And I thought, watching his videos and seeing America, that's really sort of what got me into it. And I had a GoPro for 2 years sitting in the camera case, and I thought, fuck, I might as well get it out and have a crack at it. I've been doing it for 2 years now, and honestly, it's just editing my life, showing my life and what we do here, and I'm trying to show you all the coast, and because we've got a 4-wheel drive now, also the country, inland and waterfalls and mud holes and stuff that we can find, and yeah, that's it, getting everyone out there to see Australia, because we are a long way away and it's too expensive, and with COVID and the way the world is now, not many people are going to get to travel. So
exactly.
That's mine.
That's just it. I mean, we've never been to Australia, so to be able to jump on the big boob tube and see your area and where you're going with it.
Boob tube's good.
We like to watch you on the big boob tube. So yeah, that's just it. I mean, Rob's from Georgia, so I guess let's do introductions. So I'll throw Rob up on the screen and his lovely wife. So Rob, you have a YouTube channel. It's called.
What if that was his girlfriend?
I know it's his wife because I was expecting her on here. Okay. So can I go back to what I was saying? So Pursue the Ride is the name of your YouTube channel, correct?
Yeah, that's so well, kind of. The YouTube channel is called Intended Consequences.
Okay.
I kind of kept that from when I just uploaded other videos that weren't motorcycle related. We'll call it laziness because I just didn't feel like separating, having 2 channels. So Pursue the Ride is the playlist in the Intended Consequences channel, but on Facebook it's just Pursue the Ride. So it's a little bit easier to find if you're on Facebook.
Okay. Perfect. So Intended Consequences on YouTube, Pursue the Ride on Facebook.
Yep.
Awesome. And you guys are located in
Columbus, Georgia, where Auto Sarge is, where John Maxwell is. Like, there's just a bunch of people in this area, and it's great seeing them. But yeah, we're in the same area as those guys, and great riding here. Great riding.
Yeah, you've got like the Tail of the Dragon that's not too far away from you guys. At least closer to you than it is me. Yep. So you guys, yeah, you've got the hills, you got everything up there.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll introduce your wife.
Oh, my name is Corinne. I am we've been married for a while, and while with teleworking this year, I had to go to work. So he had a lot more time with it, and it became a real hobby. It was a lot of fun for him. So
yes, but I'm understanding you're getting more involved with him too, right? Doing this.
Yes.
Eventually, we're gonna get her to just hook up, and I'm gonna send her on a ride. Say, go say whatever you want, and then she's gonna come back. I'm gonna chop it up and edit it, and you guys are gonna love it. I don't even know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be great because I think I get monotonous. I think people get tired of hearing my voice, so mixing it up, I think will be really good.
That's what I did.
Yep. Threw me out there, said, "Here's the camera, go."
The difference was I made her edit her own video.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
It both turned out. Yeah.
She's better at the creative stuff. I've always said this. I'm a mechanical mind. So I can look at something and see how it works. I'm not a creative. She's the creative one. I mean, we're just night and day difference.
I'm obviously the smaller one too, because you're like the talking like head down here in the
I'm just cool.
I just need to like
kick back.
Chill. Okay. All right. Here we go. Legs out. All right. Getting comfy. All right. Smitty, I'm throwing you up on the screen now. Tell us, you said Australia, but where at?
Well, I'm on the north coast, which is 3 hours north of Sydney, which is obviously, everyone should know where Sydney is on the east coast. It's the capital of New South Wales. And then you head 3 hours north, and that's where I am, another hour and a half above Newcastle. So on the east coast, where it's nice and warm, and on the coast, and plenty of things to do.
How warm is it?
It's fucking hot. It's 33 degrees and it's the end of summer. So, 1st of December is the start of winter. This time last year, we were all on fire. It's the fires were here from September onwards. Then after that, we had floods and then more fires and now this COVID shit. So, yeah, it's been a doozy.
No kidding.
Yeah. But, yeah, my channel's Independent Freedom, and I got into it, like I said before. I left the bike club, had nothing to do type thing, got on Adam Sandoval and thought I'd show the country, and then enjoying that. I've got so much fucking editing to do, and no time to do it because the weather's fine now, and we've got the 4-wheel drive, and we've been getting out whenever it's sunny, and at the moment that's quite often. Yesterday we were out for 10 hours. We went out to Gloucester Tops waterfall. Didn't film, it was just a family event out there for get out, have a lunch and whatnot, and meet some friends and whatnot. And
Did you say waterfall?
Yeah, plenty of waterfalls here. Wow. Keep an eye on the 4-wheel drive videos that are coming up. I'm just so far behind though, but there's awesome waterfall. There's one I'm actually doing I do Smitty with story time with Smitty videos, which is I ride and I'll tell you a story. Like my last one when I got run over when I was 8 years old, hit by a Holden station wagon and survived.
He was going to say reindeer.
No reindeer. I was a reindeer. I got run over and I was laying in the gutter and got up and they come over and I said, am I bleeding? She goes, yep. And then that was it. The waterworks happened. I started bawling my eyes out. Little did I know my ear was hanging off and I had blood all over me, but shit happens.
Wow. And you got a story to tell.
yeah, that's a doozy. I haven't told that one too often. So my best ones are my old man stories. Like, my old man, the stories he could do. Well, he's a country boy, lived in Yass, which is near Canberra and like the capital of Australia. And it's, his stories back in the 60s and whatnot. One where he hit a draft horse, and another one his old man chased him out the house and just because he washed his socks and hands in the wrong porcelain tub because there's no running water back in the day. Oh, and he crawled up the end of this hollow log and his old man lit a fire at the end to smoke him out and then give him a flogging. So that's what it was like in the old days.
Wow. All right, let's say hi to everybody that said hi. There's Ken. Hello from the Oregon coast. I skipped William. What's up, William?
Hi, William.
Facebook user. Can't stay long.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping in.
That's right. Hey, where's Long Inland?
Long Inland.
I'm guessing it's Long
Dennis? Oh, maybe that is. We do have to.
Uncle Ironhide, great to see everyone. Good to see you too, buddy. Ohio here. All right. The Smithster on 2 wheels. Evening. Reno, Nevada.
We got some East Coast people in here that, West
Washington,
Coast.
Colorado.
West Coast people. Right.
Hey, there's an Australia.
Oh.
Hey, Roma.
All right. Somebody to talk your language, Smitty.
That's another 6,000.
All right, Dan. We'll see you back. Pennsylvania. Wow, got everybody. So what's awesome is you're coming on here. If you haven't gone in the comments, let us know where you are watching from. If you are on supportbikers.com, do your hashtag supportbikers. I know that's how I met Rob was through Support Bikers. Him jumping on there, putting in a listing, and then finding out you were right there in Georgia. And if you guys haven't seen, let me throw myself on here.
Why? You think they need to see you larger?
So
it's all about you, isn't it?
It is. Right now, shut up.
All right.
So Rob had put out a video about supporting bikers. It was super cool. I ran it like twice this week on Facebook, hoping everybody would check it out. But that's what we started that website, Support Bikers, bikers supporting bikers, and Rob just like took it by the reins and said, okay, let's do this. Let's show, which is freaking awesome. So you did a video about your dad. Dad had a bench, right? I'm going to bring you on the screen now. So explain. Dad had a bench that he wasn't using. And then you guys decided to do what?
Yeah, I mean that was basically it. My father-in-law, so Corinne's dad, he had this extra workbench in his garage, and he watched kind of the same things I watched, and he's like, hey, John Maxwell's in your area, right? And I'm like, yeah, he's like right down the street. He just opened up his new shop, and Dad's like, hey, I got this workbench. Do you think he'd be interested? So I reached out to John and I said, hey, you just opened. I don't know if you need this, but if you'd like it, it's yours. It's free, whatever. He's like, yeah, bring it on in. So I told my dad, hey, bring the bench down, which is about 2.5 hours away. So he's like, yeah, I'll bring it down. And he brought it down, and we went over to John's, and I'd hit up John early, like, hey, do you mind if I film this and put it into my vlog? And he's like, yeah, man, that'd be great. So that's basically how that happened.
So if you guys haven't met, another YouTuber is John Maxwell. He used to work at a Harley dealership there. Is it the Chad? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Hoochie Harley Davidson. Now it's Fort Benning.
That's it. So yeah, now it's Fort Benning. They changed the name. So he decided to go on his own, do his own motorcycle shop, and
that was the last time he ever did a video.
And that was the last time he ever did a video.
Yeah.
He's back. So you were right there to help jump in. Oh, sorry. Go, Kareem.
No, it's okay. He's done some videos. He was telling us about it, but he's so behind on editing. He doesn't have time.
It's good to hear he is too.
It's funny. We were literally working on a video last week from like a year and a half ago.
It's coming out tomorrow morning.
Coming out tomorrow morning. We started a year and a half ago. We're not going to tell everybody it was a year and a half ago, but a year and a half ago we started.
I think I did say in the video.
Oh, did you?
It was like, it was something I did that was really fun and cool, and I'd been wanting to do, put it out there. So I was like, I'm going to do it.
You guys working on that tuner issue that you just posted for what, since summer, right?
Yeah.
The tuner issue? No, that happened in Daytona. When we went to Daytona 2 weeks ago. No, a month ago.
Yeah.
A month ago. That's when that happened.
Oh, gotcha.
You're talking about the clutch issue. I still have those videos.
Well,
yeah.
We were actually watching y'all a couple weeks ago when you had Matt from the Burnt Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look what, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
A couple of them. So I was able to gift one of them to my sister for her baby shower, and it turned out phenomenal. And he did such great work. I'm so excited about it. So
awesome.
That's amazing. Yes.
I like the fact that he was a tattooer before he started that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that was good. That was real interesting to find out about him.
It was.
All right, I'm going to scroll on through there.
Which, speaking of, we're going to have Matt with Burnt Up Wood Burning coming on next Saturday. He thought it was tonight.
He's one of the 6.
He is going to be one of them because we asked him, we're like, I know you said you got all these orders in. Do you still want to be part of this? Because we want to offer you to, come on and talk about it. And he's like, yeah, I'll be on there. So,
and then he messaged me a couple hours ago and said, man, I can't make it. And I said, dude, it's next week. And he's like, oh, no, I can make it. All right, Anonymous Viper's here. What's up?
Hey, Anonymous.
Jimon, Jeepa. Who else do we have? Oh, crap. I went too fast.
You.
I'm lost. Oh, there we go.
Nah, Great Bear Race is up Queensland.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
You guys know Belinda?
They love Rob and Crean, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I'm guessing so. Either that or you guys just acquired some great fans.
Yeah.
Motorcycle Showcase is here. What's up?
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Smitty, do you sing Kevin Bloody?
Yeah, we do. I actually seen Kevin Bloody Wilson in the golf club, Mollymook Golf Club, where me and Mrs. Smith.
I want to hear it.
He's
Where am I doing?
Oh, you just took him
shit.
off.
He's called the Australian Yobbo.
You don't care an Aussie. None of us will.
Yeah, Kevin Bloody Wilson. He's from Western Australia, and he's a short, bearded guy, and he sings that Australian Santa Claus song and all that, like Santa Claus, you where's my bike type of thing. If you haven't heard that one, it's very F-bombish. But he's Australian. It's just what Australia's like, and yeah, no, we do sing a lot of Kevin Bloody Wilson songs at Christmas time. But my favourite Christmas movie is Bad Santa.
Oh, am I not?
My favourite Christmas carol is by the Dropkick Murphys, Irish Christmas song. That's a good one.
Ooh. Are we gonna break out the song? Come on, bring it on.
Please don't.
I've been watching. I was in there watching a Christmas chick flick while he's out working on the truck.
Already.
No Christmas movies till the day before Christmas. I think I've already watched 3, and it's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Oh, Bad Santa 1, Bad Santa 2.
Oh,
All
Bill,
them good ones.
Facebook user. It's Bill.
It's Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill. There's our buddy Bill. He helps us out with our Badgers in the Biker Lifestyle group. He's on there all the time. Thank you for helping us out with that.
We got Ontario, Canada here. But it's cold there.
Okay, so Writing Ozark says, I still have footage I could do from Sturgis last year, but my skills were not as good, and I hate to spend time on it when I can just make new, better videos.
You know,
still did experiment.
I do too. I think about that, and I'm like, I mean, what are you without your backstory? So, I mean, that was kind of all part of the experience, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's a genuine thing. Versus, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to show I started here and I'm here now. So I would say use it. If you've got good footage, I mean, I would use it.
Agreed.
Even if you got good footage, even if it's good camera work and okay, your sound shit, try and put some music to it and crop it and just show the scenery. That's what everyone really wants to see is the scenery of your country. Last one I did, because we're pushing to get this 2020 meetup happening in February here, which is down near Newcastle. And I jumped on the bike a couple of weeks ago and the sound was shit and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'll have to do it again. And I thought I'd do it in the garage or go to my pub on the lookout and do it up there. But I looked at it a couple of days ago and seen it. I thought, well, like if I crop it here, crop it there, I can sort of use it. Because then there's a part, I had a mask on and then it was fucking uncomfortable. So I pulled it down and I just pulled over. And as I pulled over, I just went over everything again quickly as I pulled the mask off, my helmet, stuck it in the bag, put it back on and went for a ride. It's only a 5-minute video, but I got everything out there, just what I wanted to say, and use the footage and a bit of music, and then it was fine. But when I did it the first time, I was fine. I thought, fuck this, I got to do it again, and the deadline's coming, and you know, it happens.
The world of motovlogging.
Exactly right. You have probably, instead of 3 strikes of base, we have about 5 or 6 strikes, and you get 2 or 3 good fucking videos out of it. So that's the way it is.
Well, if you work on something that you want to do and that you love, and if you like the footage and the things that you had, then
yeah, that's exactly right. Like
So we did a shot this yesterday, day before yesterday. We had 4 cameras, right, taking this one shot, and thank God we had 4 cameras because one of the cameras I didn't turn on. And that's just the type of stuff that happens, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
And this was only so we were breaking something. So we could only do it once. You missed the once, it's done.
Yeah.
So literally, fortunately, I was freaking out. I was like, I didn't turn the camera off. But we had the other 3, so we had the angles.
Chris, I looked at him. I'm like,
right.
What were you thinking? What?
Exactly. It's exactly what it's
I
like.
didn't know too much. No.
All right. Tim from Seymour. Another
Yeah.
Aussie in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
Karen, what software do you use for editing? It's called Angie.
Mine.
I'll kind of put this in Harley terms. It's like asking what oil do you run in your bike. So I think everybody uses different software to edit their videos. Now we are simpletons and cheap, so we use iMovie because we're Apple users and everything like connects and they all like send stuff to each other. So that's what we use. But there are a ton of them out there, and I've seen a bunch of people post what they use. What do you guys use?
Well, wait, before we go, hold on. Karen, does this mean you're going to start recording? That would be so cool if we could have from Ireland put some videos together. I'll answer any questions you have. Just private message.
Yeah, just do it. Just get a camera and go do it.
Right.
Well, I use Action Director. So I got one. Oh, got it from my laptop. My son bought the laptop for me because I was just starting to get into it. And then it's supposed to say get an app for your phone so you can do editing on your phone too. So like when me and Mrs. Smitty went for that holiday a few weeks ago on the Forby, I actually did it. So because I'm so far behind in the editing yet, because I'm only 260 odd subscribers, I can't do live feeds. So what I started up myself was because I got the app on my phone, what we're doing that day, I was taking photos and videoing everything on my phone, then just cropping it and editing on my phone and putting it up raw that night. And obviously there's no music to it, but it worked out really good. You still got some effects where you can cut it and put a
so like all my videos.
Yeah. But yeah, you still get the swearing and you see the countryside and all that type of stuff, so it's all good.
Did he say swearing?
Yes.
Did he say some swearing?
All right, Rob, what do you guys do?
I have used Filmora for about 6 years now, and I really like it. Is it perfect? No, it can be clunky, but Filmora is pretty user friendly, and yeah, I've been using that for years now.
He's kind of old
school. It's what you get used to. Exactly.
Riding the Ozark said he did voiceovers and music for the first few days of Sturgis last year, but he has better cameras now and tons of newer stuff. I get it. You have 140 plus videos, so there's plenty of backstory. And he uses a familiar elements.
Oh yeah, you just kind of lock yourself in a room for about 2 or 3 days and go for it. I think.
Right.
I'm editing. Put the little sign up.
Would have to work on losing the sailor's vocabulary first.
That's what everybody would love.
Got beeps.
They got beeps. You can just beep that in.
Or you can just like me and put a beep in my video.
There's that little checkbox that says, "Is this appropriate for kids?"
No.
Always check.
And you'll be good.
Yeah. Just click now. You're laughing.
The camera yet.
All right. So
what?
What did we do today?
What did we do today? I got freaking rained on all day. So Mama Badger comes up with this idea. We're going to go meet up with a group of people, Paradise Riders.
Paradise Riders.
I'm not sure how we found them. I think it was maybe like a Craigslist want ad or something. But anyway. So, looking for someone to ride with, you know. Anyway, so I think they've been going back and forth on Facebook. So they like ride every weekend, right?
Okay, so
wrong you tell the story. I had no idea. I just came up and rode it.
Well, we did that poker run, and so it was reaching out to a lot of people, and so yeah, I came across Miles, the Paradise Riders, and he's been messaging me every week saying we got this ride going on. And of course, I said everything's working, and I just told Benny, look, this is what we're doing because this sounds really cool. And so now you were talking to me about waterfalls. Well, it wasn't a real waterfall we went and saw, but it was at a restaurant that had these big wooden tiki sculptures out there. It was on the river, but
I just realized something. Did you say his name's Miles?
Yes.
How do you get a better biker name than mine? Freaking seriously. I just realized that.
Oh Lord.
It's his last name Odometer?
Taco.
Okay, next time. There you go.
All right. I'm on it.
So it was actually when he texted, he's like, he didn't tell everybody really where we were going. He just
Because he
had
didn't know.
pictures. And we get there, and literally he's standing around the whole group, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know the name of the place,
but I know how to get there."
So I asked if I'm like,
Welcome to my
where
life.
we're going. So he's a planner.
Yep.
I'm not. I'm a let's get on and ride and go whatever, see new things. So
I'm like, how many miles is it? What roads are we taking? What's the name of the place? You know.
what time we're gonna be down? What time am I gonna be back?
Did you check the radar to see if it's gonna rain today? Well, since I wasn't in charge today, we got poured on. We were soaking wet by the time we got back.
We started out.
Had I been in charge, we would have been dry.
But then, with rain too, though, you'd rather be riding and get caught in the rain than have to do a ride where you know you're going to start and it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Has anybody tried this? It is Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
That's a beer.
We found it in the store. We're like, ooh, that's
Look at that one.
We got
great.
Great. No,
What's the picture of?
it's
The
a
marlin.
Okay,
it's a big fish.
it's a big fish. I had fish today.
Okay, what's Rob got? We got to bring him
What's that?
up on the screen here.
It's
Big bottle of whiskey.
That's it.
Green in the house.
That's a jar.
Apple.
What do you mix that with? Caramel?
He would be for that.
Just straight up, huh?
Actually, someone made us a drink. It was ginger
Then you got them ones.
that and then Fireball, and it was delicious.
That and Fireball, you said. Oh wow.
Oh, hang on. Smitty's breaking out the big stuff.
That's it.
Yeah, done. Gentleman Jack.
1 liter.
Oh,
You get liters from on the cruise. We're going to went on the cruise to New Zealand. And when you're an adult, you can get 2 liters per person. So there was 4 of us. So yeah, we got about 8 liters of but no Coke. So you just have to.
Country full.
But
Bill in the house. What's up, Bill?
hey, Bill.
Joshua Stewart Joshua. Is that where you're from?
No.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Love to say, hey, where does that road go? I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. So that's why I look it up to know where it goes.
I tell you what that saying that applies to 4-wheel drives as well. You look at it and go, fuck, that looks all right. How about it? Yeah. Just way you go. Lock the hubs in and away you go. Send it.
Whenever I'm in lead, I always end up on a dirt road, and he ends up getting really, really frustrated. Let's go down that one, and let's see where it goes.
Yes.
Oh.
We don't have adventure bikes. Like this is a trap.
That might be something for the future. I mean,
Yeah, well, in
Pan
Australia,
American
you got dirt roads everywhere. So you ride your Harley like a trail bike anyway, sideways and hang on.
Who needs a Pan America? I got a sports.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care if it gets dirty. Good. So
She don't care. She don't wash it. I'm the one who cleans it and maintains it and takes care of it. No, she don't care.
It's fine, dirty. So Belinda, I'm right there with you. And Corinne. Yep.
Carrie.
Absolutely.
Driscoll. Hello. How are you doing?
Hey.
We're doing fantastic.
Thanks for joining us.
Not quite as good as Rob is, but give him a couple more. He'll be doing better.
So Carrie, where are you from? And Joshua, put in where you guys are watching from. Let us know. All right. So Rob, what did you and Corinne do today?
You want to take this or you want me to?
So a friend of ours, today is her birthday. So we ended up deciding we were just going to go.
Same.
There you go.
21st, yesterday. Or today. Same fucking thing.
So we decided we're just going to
Dude.
take off the afternoon. And we actually went to Sonoya, Georgia. So for anyone who doesn't know, that's actually where a lot of the filming for The Walking Dead was filmed.
Still is. Yeah.
Still is.
Oh.
And so they have all these different like museums. They have the sets still up because since they're still technically filming, and it's just it's this really cool tiny little Georgian town, and it has all sorts of stuff. It had a little Walking Dead museum. You could see zombie walkers walking around the streets, and you could get your makeup done, and it was pretty cool actually.
And this was all part of her birthday for the party and stuff?
She just wanted to ride for her birthday. So she's actually one of the, her and Belinda actually were really good at helping teach us to ride. And so she just wanted to go. And so we were like, okay, well, let's find somewhere to go. So it was about an hour and a half ride. It was beautiful 70-degree day. And then we started driving home and it got
The sun went down.
really cold, really, really fast. So I've got my little glue vine over here to warm me, but that's about it.
That sounds really cool.
So Blue Bike and Doyle, he does a lot of videos.
Yeah, he'd be in your area, wouldn't he?
Around the set, and you always see him talk about the Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's what we
that's
heard.
pretty cool.
What was that?
Oh, I was just saying that. Yeah. We watch Doyle too, and yeah, he's right there in that area. You're absolutely right.
Isn't that where they filmed that Lawless movie as well? Like all about the moonshine and that? Lawless?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know that.
Well, I remember he went to a bridge, one of the bridges, and it's the last scene where they shoot up the California or the big inspector that broke.
I wonder if that was that covered bridge we passed.
It's a covered bridge, and then out the other side of it's a bit more open. And Blue Bike and Doyle does do a video on it, and I think
We must have passed
an
that
area.
We were driving home, and I was like, "Oh, we're on a time crunch," but I saw a sign that said "covered bridge" that way, and I was like, "I want to go." But
Oh, that'd be it. Yeah, that'd be it, because that's where they filmed the movie Lawless, and it was sort of the end scene where they shot up the inspector and all that of Chicago police detective rolled into town, and that's what sort of brought the gang undone with the moonshine and bootlegging and all that, and back in the 50s, 60s or whatever, 30s even, they're all fucking wind-up cars.
We'll have to look that up.
Oh,
So if you didn't catch it, there's another YouTuber that's Blue Bike and Doyle, and it looks like he did a video on that. And
Georgia's like the Hollywood of the South.
yeah, there's
That's
Where
a guy.
all the stars hang out.
Mm-hmm.
a lot to do there. All right.
That's not you guys, eh?
Can't see it.
No, that's we're intended.
They're in.
Intended concept, and you'll
I
never
fucking punched in intended.
So,
I did. Look, I punched in intended. Oh, don't worry. I'll brought that up.
it's funny because
Pursue the
we
right on
actually,
Facebook.
yeah, we actually, whenever Rob put his listing on there, Mom, like, because she helps us out with the listing, the website, and she's like, I just want to make sure that this was right. Do you want to reach out to him?
I'll look. You guys aren't on Instagram, then, are you? Only on Facebook.
Correct.
Yeah, just Facebook. We're a small operation.
No fucking smaller than me.
Smart operation, because you get too many of these social media platforms going. That's why we just started with Facebook, and we just started with Instagram and YouTube, and my mind's like, oh. it's so much.
It's like what?
So, okay.
You open up when we get to mingle. When we start talking together. If you don't know too, I do live feeds on the 13th of every month, and Sonny and Andrew are on there as well. So it'd be interesting to have a squeeze.
Yeah, 13th.
Yeah, 13th of every month.
Yep, that's when he does his YouTube live. You guys can check it out.
I asked 13 questions, and they're all along the board. And it's sort of really to get to know your YouTuber and their channel and stuff. So, yeah.
So, Smitty, did you say it was your birthday?
Are yours?
Your birthday. Did you say your birthday was
Yeah, yesterday, 21st. Yeah, I was 51. I was going to have an Area 51 party where everyone can dress up as aliens and Star Wars and shit. But I had to go to a surprise 50th last night, so it sort of overpowered my party.
Well, hey, it's still
Did
the
they sing to you in the restaurants over there like they do here? I mean, like when you go into a restaurant here, people come out clapping and
Yep.
stuff. Happy, happy birthday from the bachelor. Birthday, so we can party too. Hey.
Did they do that there?
Nah, we'd probably just get up and punch them in the mouth. No, so if you go to a restaurant, sometimes they'll bring a cake out and whatnot, but you got to take the cake there to them. But there's nothing like that, not like you guys have over there.
It's official. You have been sung to.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. As long as there's beers, I'm happy.
There we go.
One restaurant put a coffee filter on your head. Yeah, that's a weird.
I know that's only half the story. So what's the rest of it?
So, what did you do today?
Today,
You mean
Yesterday.
today? This
Yesterday,
morning,
yeah.
got up, had a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Oh no, the coffee machine fucking broke yesterday, so I had to have a
Got up, had a beer. I like
I'm
it.
all fucking yeah. Well, I got there's 4 cans there, but yesterday, yeah, we went for a drive out Gloucester, which is an hour away west of here, and nice mountain ridge. I want to do a ride out there because I've got some drone footage I can use when I actually do a ride out there. I don't want to waste it on a 4-wheel drive one because I've got too much footage of that. But there's a nice road out there to a national park. And there is a waterfall, but it sort of wasn't worth the trip there in regards, I feel, because you had to hike another 1.5 km to get to the lookout to have a look at it.
Yeah.
We got that many waterfalls there. It's sort of, you got categories, and like you got really shit like good, and then you got ones that are okay, and the ones you don't even fucking bother. So we went to one time that had this historic railway track. Me and Mrs. Smitty went for a drive up Coolinglook. Took 20 minutes, half hour to get there. Then when you got there, you walk this track for 2.5 km, and that's only halfway. And then as you go along, a bit of railway track there, bit of railway track there in the rainforest. It was a nice walk. But then it's like, fuck, where's the car? And so we walked the road back another 1.5 km to get to the car because we were only halfway. So, and that was one that wasn't worth it. And yeah, so there's no footage of that one.
I was going to say that would be one I wouldn't have seen.
Yeah, exactly.
I was with you until you said hike, and then I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like yesterday. We went to the reserve, had lunch, and all that nice swimming hole there in the rapids and whatnot on the creek. And then we go, oh, go look at the waterfall. How far is that? One bloke goes, oh, it's only 20 minutes up the road. Yeah, the road you ever driven on. And 20 minutes, probably like fucking half an hour. You get there, and then you got to walk another 1.5 km to look at the thing. So really, it wasn't half an hour. It was like an hour to get there, check it out. And then we had the race home yesterday. We were late to get to the party. We got fucking 2 hours late, which is pretty rare.
Your own party?
No, not my party. It was another surprise. Surprise 50 we were supposed to get to where I didn't even see the surprise. So, but we got there eventually, and then
What are you doing?
not last night.
Oh, so Mom points out, which, yes, I totally forgot about that. His picture he uploaded was sideways on top of it. So yeah, she's like, intended consequences, unintended. Is this picture intended to be sideways? She came back, Rob, and said, no, it's supposed to be that way. That was funny.
That is funny. I didn't
I
know.
think
Brother.
What's up, MSG?
Hey, MSG that needs to take more photos of himself.
Me?
I tried to get a picture from him for Veterans Day to put a meme together, and he informed me he doesn't have it. I'm like, you need to do that.
Tell you what, there's a club over here called Vietnam Vets. They're like a 1% Apache club, but it's just all with the Vietnam Vets. It's just blokes that have gone to war in Vietnam and all that. And throughout all the Apache clubs, this club, the vets are all in this other new link club, which is Vietnam Vets, and they have a do on at Pillbrook, which is near Scone, 2.5 hours west of here. And when you go there, it's a hell of a party. It's like one of the outlaw biker parties, and they do all the blast posts and everything, and support all the 1% clubs that roll in because they're all been to war, and they started the club up because they were coming out that PTSD or the depression, because when they come back after the war, the government or anything didn't really do too much for them, so they all depressed and everything else and whatnot. So then they had this club going for years now, but they all
Some history.
yeah, all the Vietnam vets ended up sort of joining this club up, and one of the old Rose Tattoo lead singer, he's one of them, and a few others, and they all go there, and it's a really good party, and they put good music on and entertainment, of course, and then plenty of alcohol. So it's a good day there and right back. So yeah, all good things.
Well, it's funny because we had Veterans Day over here last week, and I've been thinking a lot about it lately. I've seen a lot of people posting, on Veterans Day, they post, thank a vet. The truth of the matter is for everybody out there, it does not need to be Veterans Day for you to thank a vet. So every time you see one,
Exactly.
Because,
over here, it's Remembrance Day, 11th to 11th, and the 11th hour, we stop for a minute's silence each year. And every 11th, 11th, and the 11th hour, each year you stop. Even you're working, you'll stop. And they'll play the last post on the radio. Then you get back to work. But like saying, you don't just wait for that day. You go see them and do them and say good day. And they're friendly. They're always there for a chat.
So, okay, what do you ride, Smitty?
Me?
Yep.
Those two things there. That's 91 custom soft tail. It's the way I see it. Back when I was growing up as a kid, the custom soft tail and the low outlaw style looking bike is was the outlaw biker bike. Like these days, everything's all the diners because the Sons of Anarchy. You see all these blokes getting diners and the T-bars and they're fairing and everything. But in my childhood and my day, that was it. And I've had it for 16 years now, or then something. But I'm one of these blokes, like we don't earn a lot of money, and childhood dream was to get a Harley, and that was it. I even have a video on me channel. When I got me Harley, and the story about it was I was 15 years old. Mum and Dad owned a bread run, and we were delivering the hamburger buns to the Marlin Hotel, which is a pub in Ulladulla. And this biker rolled up on a silver and black one, aqua one of them. He's rolled in, just like that one. And I looked at it and I'm going, he's walked past. He's big, 6'5", big bloke. I said, nice bike. You mind if I have a look? He goes, no, go for it. Went down, had a look, and on the air filter, it just had 80 cubic inch custom soft tail. And right there and then I said, fuck, this is the bike I want to get. And how many odd years later, when I was in my 30s, 40s, or whatever, 30s, that's the drag strip here. The drag strip and the drift circuit when it's raining. But anyway, have a look, and I've seen it, and I'm going, yeah, that's what I want to buy, because I like the Harleys that have the bobtail. I don't like the Diners, your standard guards that go around. And at 15, I knew what sort of Harley I wanted to get. I was looking at shovels and everything else, but the Evo, the 91 Evo, and when come to crunch time, moving up here in 2001, I finally had enough money and money in the bank to actually go for a loan for one, and that was it. Went to Melbourne to get it, which is another state down south. That's 15, 16 hours drive. I flew down, looked at it, bought it that afternoon, shook the hands, and then they shipped it up, $380 to ship it and freight it. I wanted to ride it home, but I knew it was too far because weather-wise and whatnot. Then insured all that on the car carrier, and they just dropped it out the front, wheeled it in the door, and then I finally had my bike. So
wow, that's quite.
yeah. But that's it. Like that's the bike. There is a lot of nice bikes out. I like the new 313, Softail Slim. They're nice. Like the bigger cubic inch ones, they're nice bikes. But that's the one I've always wanted, and I got, and that's it. So
Dream come true.
you look after it. Yeah, like that's it. That's what I wanted. So
That's awesome. That's so cool. All right.
and the other one's the 426 trail bike. They said if you want a motorbike 4-stroke that acts like a 2-stroke, that's one of them. And they're right on the money there, because you screw on the agony and you just got to hang on. So it's good fun.
Hang on. All right, Rob, gonna bring you in here.
Back again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking Honda.
I wish we had an awesome story like that. We could only afford Sportsters, so we got Sportsters. So I have a
What's
40
wrong with
gauge, we have
Sportsters?
a 1200 iron 1200, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, we got both of them in March of this year, and we've been putting some miles on them and love them.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy Mrs. Smitty a 48, but because she's got bad osteo in her hands, that's the whole reason why we bought the drive. So
Yeah.
I was thinking of how we could get out riding together and doing stuff together, and four drive was the answer. So that's why I've been doing more driving than riding lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it though, man. I love it. 8,000 miles I put on in March, so I'm okay with
Hell
that.
yeah.
Go, girl. When did you get your license?
We got our license in November of last year, so we've been riding for 1 year. Our first and we shared that until, because we're military, we were coming up on orders, and we were like, there's no point in getting 2 bikes and blah blah blah. And then COVID hit, and they canceled our orders to move. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not sharing anymore. So we went out that day. I got myself a Harley because that's what I wanted, and I love my Sportster. And then he couldn't put up with the fact that he had a 750 engine and I had a 1200.
Oh. All right. So what made you guys, has it been something you guys have always wanted to do as far as writing, or was it just?
No, we were actually stationed in Germany, and my parents started riding again. My dad apparently rode when he was a teen, basically as long as there were kids in the house. And I'm the oldest of 4. So while we were in Germany, the youngest went off to college, or went off out of the house. And so he was like, okay, time's up, getting a bike. So he got a bike, and then my mom started riding, took the course. And so when we got home from the MSF course, or when we got home from Germany, I looked at Rob and I said, I really want to do this MSF course. And so he was a lot more hesitant. And then we went to the class, and he loved it from the first moment he sat on it. And
Belinda knows.
Yeah, Belinda was our MSF coach. So the one that had messaged from Tuscaloosa earlier. So she was our rider coach during the course. So it was pretty cool.
Thank you, Belinda.
Definitely.
Well, good for you, because we were just talking about this today, a lot of lady riders will get their license, but then they won't get the bike.
That's
And
true.
yeah, and then they put it off and they put it off, and then they become scared, and they're like, I don't know if I can do it now, and they don't end up doing it. So good for you to start writing it right after you got your
I found it.
And that's cool that you guys did it together. Like, it was a thing you guys could do together too.
It is definitely something that we've been progressing forward with together. He
Pursuing the ride, if you will.
Pursuing the
Intentionally or unintentionally?
So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a hobby that we could do together, and it definitely brought us closer. So I do swear by that.
I agree. And what's cool is we're seeing a lot of these photo bloggers bringing their wives in and doing stuff with them.
Mm-hmm. I love
Because,
that.
yeah, I'm happy to see that, because I will tell people, like Rob, I was like, so if you've got kids, bring them in. Like, he's like, yeah, and I'm like, awesome, because that's what I want to see is more,
Riding the Ozark, when April bought her Harley right before taking the course. She was already registered to take the BRC course.
Good for her.
When I worked at Harley, I know a lot of people were like, oh, you're just trying to sell a bike. But when I would talk to ladies that were taking the course, I would be like, buy a bike. I don't care whether you've done with the course or not, buy it. Because if it's sitting in the garage, you're more motivated to actually finish the course and ride it.
Exactly.
If you go through the course and don't have a bike, and then you wait 2 or 3 weeks, and then 6 weeks, and then 8 weeks, it just never happened. Because it gets further and further from you. So I always told them, look, if you have a passion and really want to ride, then you need to buy a bike. Yeah. Buy a bike, put it in the garage, and I guarantee you that'll motivate you to get your license and go ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I sold a lot of bikes.
Well, and we look at the stats on our Facebook page, men to women riders, and we were around 33% on our Facebook page. And I'm like, what can I do, honey? I want more women riders out there. Of course, he's like, join some women, group, Facebook group. But so what I did is I put in our own Facebook group, I said, hey, women, that send me your pictures. And so I put memes together. So Corinne, I want a picture of you. And then Dan, tell April I want a picture of her. And with riding in the Ozarks.
No.
Oh, no. Ozarks HD. Tell April. Sorry. Tell April to send me a picture so that so I can make these memes. And by putting those out there, we went up from 33% like to 43% now.
So a good mix
yes.
of ladies.
Mama Badger's happy.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of women riders in this area. I cannot even get over how many there are here in Columbus. People I see on some of the Facebook pages and stuff, women are like, I live in this area of the country and there are no women riders around me, and they'll drive hours to find them. And I'm like, there's so many. Even the ones today, like one of the women we went with today, it was her birthday, and then another one.
Three.
Her
and 2 others.
And 3 girls, 3 guys went today, but like there are a lot of them. It's been really cool to see.
The ride we were on today, there was, I don't even know how many riders we had. How many did we have in them?
No idea.
25, 40.
I wasn't planning.
I wasn't counting. But we had 5 women riders with us. So yeah. When I pulled up and there was a woman rider, and then more just kept coming, like the smile on my face just kept getting bigger and bigger. I was like, yes, this is what I want to see. So.
Shamelessly plug it. There's a lot of Baca riders.
Yeah.
That ride.
It's funny you say that. I'm going to a meeting on Thursday night. I've been hanging around the Newcastle chapter here, the Barker, and if I'd have known they were in the country and started in '96 in Australia, I would have joined them. But at the moment, I'm hanging around, and we've got a ride on next weekend actually down in Newcastle. So
Oh, cool.
that's plan.
Yeah. There's so many good. The Women in the Wind. Have you guys heard of that?
I don't.
So there was 2 ladies that are part of Women in the Wind. And so they're like, yeah, we have a meeting December 7th. If you want to come, I'm like, yes, please. Okay. I'd love to go and, meet all them, and it could be cool.
We're gonna have all these like really cool like names and stuff. I mean, what are we like? We should be like dudes in the air or something. Come on.
Their chapter is She Shore, SHE Shore chapter.
Say that 5 times fast.
Seashells by the seashore. That one.
There's an all-women group.
What Corinne say? I didn't hear what you said.
Women group up here called Bomber Girls in Sonoya, and so their entire MO is that they get together and they'll create care packages and send them to deployed military members. So they all sorts of stuff in the Sonoya area, and all the way down, like even women in Columbus will drive up from from here to Sonoya for meetings. It's pretty cool.
I love the name Bomber.
Riding in the Ozarks. We were just wanted something lighter to start, but found a great buy from a friend with the color she liked. So we get the question all the time of what bike to start with. I always tell people to go sit on a bunch of them because everybody says Sportster, right? Well, Sportsters are a little top heavy, so it depends on what you feel comfortable on. And that's it. Nobody can really tell you what bike to get. You really need the beauty of Harley anyway is they'll let you go sit on them, ride them, whatever. And that's the one thing I really like about Harley that a lot of the Honda dealerships and all won't. They won't let you ride the bikes. It's hard to pop down $10,000 or $20,000 on something that you can't ride.
Do all Harley dealerships do that? Though?
I think all of them do.
Everyone
that's kind of their thing. I've never ran into one that doesn't.
The one here in Port Charlotte, Bert's Black Widow. They actually, before Bert bought it,
they let you couldn't sit on them without a salesperson.
Oh,
right. But they'd take you out and let you ride it. So, yeah.
They got the 500 Harleys too for learner legals. So that's for him to learn on the 500 street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then riding in the Ozarks is part of the MRO in Mo and have BRC. Man, this is a lot of BBC courses that are women only.
Oh.
It's a growing segment. He has 6 to 8 women riders or more in our MRO local. It is a growing segment. I think it's fantastic. It's about damn time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I did a whole video on that too. And why is that there's not a lot of women riders? And I was talking about family and kids and just trying to get away and ride because there was a time frame that we couldn't just because we had the kids and that was kind of our life.
Yay for lady riders. Riding the Ozarks. April started a channel and a Facebook page on Instagram. You can find her at Firecracker on 2 wheels.
Cute.
Go check her out, guys.
Does that mean she's a redhead? Firecracker?
Yeah.
Lots of women are more comfortable on Heritage. Yeah, I see a lot of Heritages. Softail Flames seem very, very popular. I used to put a lot of ladies on Deluxes. So those all 3 of those. The Softail line is like a really good line. Although I see a lot of them get on Road Kings too. So, I mean, whatever you feel comfortable on for sure. Motorcycle.
There we go.
I'm laughing. Yeah. Yeah, she's a redhead and very feisty.
Go, April. Love it.
This
Go,
is a
girl.
good question, guys. How do you feel about the electric bikes?
All right.
So
I hear
hard to ride.
I've ridden two, so I can give you my experience from that. I've ridden the live wire and I've went and ridden the zero.
Yep.
Me
Me too. I did it too.
Yes. So if you take them for what they are just a ton of fun to ride.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just ripping around town, I mean, if I had a spare $30,000, I'd throw one in the garage just to say I own the electric Harley, right? And go whipping around on for that. But you know, value to weight ratio for me isn't there, at least not yet. I mean, if you can only go 100 miles, that's just, and then you got to wait an hour. I imagine traveling cross country, going 100 miles, waiting an hour to charge, going 100 miles, waiting an hour. Holy crap, that would be a long day. So, you know.
So talk your friend, your neighbor into buying one that
Right.
you can just take out whenever.
Apparently they go like a scalded cat, you know, they got the torque and the power there, but you got no engine compression, what I've heard, and no noise and no vibration. So no, the electric doesn't faze me at all. I'm old school, been riding since I was 6, so just give me petrol, smell the fumes, and screw the
So
find the dirt, find the bitumen. So
when we did our live wire, you had a good
They sound like
analogy.
the Tron bike
The
from
Tron.
Tron.
yeah,
That's that movie. That's what they sound like.
yeah.
That whiny
All right, yeah.
sound.
That was a good movie back in the day. Maybe. I remember it. Fuck, how old am I? Yeah.
Rob, Corinne, have you guys rode an electric bike yet?
No, I've not
No,
ridden them.
we haven't ridden them. I sat on one. I'm like 6'3", and the ergos just did not agree with me. So I don't think I'd be very comfortable on the live wire, just as it is. I'd have to figure out some way to do bars or I don't know. But no, we haven't actually put rubber to the road.
But
Yeah.
in this part of the country too, like there's nowhere to charge them. Like it's one of those where it's just not feasible. There's nowhere to charge the bikes.
Yeah. No, I sat on one too, and I looked because I'm 6 foot tall. Some people a little bit shorter than me. And I sat on one and I was like, do I look like a giant sitting on this because I feel like I could just throw it around.
Well, that's what I tell everybody. Don't make your judgment call on electric bikes till you've ridden one. You know, for me, like I said, I'd love to have one for the fun of having one. They just don't make, you know, business sense to me.
Then prices are a challenge too. Like they're fucking more expensive than you stand.
If they're more expensive, yeah.
But,
And it's cheaper to go get a tin of fuel than it is to go and plug it into your fucking house or something like that to charge it up.
Or like the lady did. So at Walmart, our super center here, they had a whole section. There was like 8 different
fast chargers.
Yeah, the charging station. And it was all constructioned off. And so she literally drove her car up past the yellow big holes and she's in the little, what do I want to say?
Sidewalk.
Yeah, she's over the sidewalk in next to the building, got it open.
Plugged into the side of Walmart.
Wow.
And of course, that's not a quick charge, right? So that like takes 8 hours to charge.
Wow.
So she's planning to sleep the other night then.
Yeah.
Right?
Good question, Kevin.
Yes.
Like to
great
know,
question.
Kevin, tell us, have you ridden an electric bike in the comments? I want to know.
Bob and Tam said they should have never gotten rid of the Fat Boy Low. You know, the Fat Boy Low was nice, but you could do that to the regular Fat Boy. So it was almost like they were, you know what I mean? They were double stacking that particular. Personally, what I would like to see them do is build a soft tail, and you go in and go, I want it to be a breakout. And they just turn that one into a breakout for you. I want it to be a heritage. Instead of having 8 of the same exact platform with just different pieces on it, I mean, they could literally do that in dealership. I want a Heritage. Oh, fantastic. We'll put a badge, a windshield on it. What color you want? You know, and you
That's the way they're doing it, because they can have the engine and body frame and the rear suspension all the same, but then just depends on the frame rate of if you want a soft tail slim or a Heritage or a fat ball style where your rake's a bit more up in front, and that'd be a better way of doing it to say what sort of bikes they want.
Yeah, then each one's custom built. See, there you go. Now you can say I got a custom built Harley Davidson.
So
Yeah, exactly.
Bob and Tam have a YouTube channel too, guys. You guys should check it out. And if you are in the comments and you're watching and you guys have
YouTube,
we
Instagram,
say share.
put it on there.
If it'll let you type it in or trick it so that people can figure out how to find you. And I'll put you guys' YouTube channel links, Smitty and Rob, on in the comments.
Bob and Tam just rode the Harley. Karen said her instructor is pushing me toward the soft tail standard. That's a great bike, Karen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As long as you can stand on it and feel comfortable.
That's it. As long as you're comfortable with it and you can not stand flat footed, or even if you are a bit on not tippy toes, but you're not quite flat footed, if you're comfortable sitting on it and you like the feel of it, it's all about the feel and the position of seating. You don't want to be
lower those
too far back.
a couple ways. You can put a seat on there that'll let you sit. Will bring your legs in and let you sit lower, and then you can also lower those like an inch or something as well. So I mean, you can make it fit you as long as you feel comfortable.
Yeah, some seats actually have padding, not like mine. But anyway,
right. Range is too limited and price is too high. Yeah, that's the same way with me. It just wouldn't make any sense. Livewire is fast and 140 miles to charge. As long as you're not on the highway. If you hit the highway, it's like 90 miles to the charge. So yeah, that's the challenge. When they get that to, even when they get that to 250 miles, right? Can you imagine taking your limited for 250 miles, stopping at a gas station and waiting an hour?
yeah. No.
I mean,
it makes a 3-hour trip fucking 5 hours long. So,
well, like today, the ride we took, we were 45 miles away, probably. How far away were we? And we had one lady on her bike, and she needed to gas up.
She had a Sportster with a peanut gas tank.
Yeah.
So she had to fill up halfway through it.
But can you imagine? I mean, you couldn't. I mean, it definitely is a ride just to tinker around on. And
well, that's the thing. That's like me soft tail actually, because I'm keeping that and whatnot. I actually riding with the club that I was with. We do speeds, and I ended up actually throwing a 6-speed and it cut the revs of the engine down. And it's the best thing. I should have done it years ago. And the wind noise is the more thing. I got straight throughs on it, ground pounded, like straight through pipes, and you can't hear the engine, the muffler noise over the wind noise as you're riding. So it's good. 6 gears, just 6 speeds, just an overdrive, and it cuts the revs down. I can do 310 kilometers to a tank on the main tank before I turn to reserve, which is K's is like, you halve that with miles, I guess. I think miles is nearly double.
See, especially the extra distance if you throw the generator. Isn't that kind of what they did with Long Way Up? I mean, they basically.
And then you got to have fuel to start the generator and keep it going, so it's pointless on an electric bike anyway.
Right. Yeah. But I think what they did, I haven't seen Long Way Up, so I can't really comment. But from what I've seen, they basically set it up where they could take these electric bikes and do what they did. The average normal person couldn't do that, couldn't have that set up. So it's not very good case study, I guess. When
the technology's come a long way. Like from to have electric cars the way they have now, it's just what you like and what you really enjoy. Okay, they are probably the future, but not at the moment for me.
Motorcycle Showcase on YouTube is the Motorcycle Showcase.
Facebook. Facebook for motorcycles.
Right. Kevin Deere, never ridden one. Heard they are fun, have good torque, instant power with electric motor. They do.
Yes,
Go
and
ride
yes.
one. They'll let you ride one for free. It is absolutely worth every penny of that.
Yep. We even took a crappy road and it was still fun.
I got a question for y'all. A second.
Even the Tesla, yeah. I mean, that's it. I do pay big bucks for a Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm just not sold on the electric car thing.
Right.
When I worked at Toyota years and years ago, when they first came out with the Prius, I worked there. And it was a good concept. I mean, it's just a little car. I would never want it. But, you know, that made more sense where they both work together to give you a lot of miles. Just the pure electric, though, it's just not there yet. I'm sure it's the future, right? That's what everybody wants. But
exactly.
How far in the future are we talking? And I'll wait till then.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, like with cars and bikes, like in Australia, we class cars and bikes. If you like them, you class as a petrol head, and that's exactly what you are. You want petrol. You want to smell the fumes. You want to feel the heat of the engine. You want to smell the outdoors as you're riding on a bike. Other than if there's a dead roo and it's fucking rotten in the gut. Yeah. And petrol, you want to smell the burning rubber and whatnot, like even in a car and things like that, and feel the vibration, hear the noise. Like electric bike, they can do burnouts, you can smell the rubber, but so it's just like.
All right, so all you electric bike manufacturers, you heard that. So you guys need to put a feature on there, like
push the play button as you're about to do a burnout.
You guys get the smell right, all right, and then
cool.
on there.
I was doomed to start with, like 8 years old, sliding on the back seat of a GTR XU1, getting chased by the fuzz as you get sliding around on the back seat as your brothers were trying to avoid them. It's petrol lead. It's in my blood. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, there's definitely no other feeling like it. So yeah, I completely agree. And you know, I've always said, as everybody gets rid of all of their gas vehicles,
but even on a trail bike, you can be on a trail bike. You go to a motocross track and you hear a bike dig in the run, go around the berm, and you hear the torque of the bike and the rooster tail of the dirt as they're powering out of the corner. Like that's a feeling. That's a lifestyle. Like an electric bike's not going to do that. You go into the corner and okay, I might get a bit of a rooster, but it's going to be fucking quiet.
I hate watching the races on TV. I want to be there. I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. We used to go to the speedway. They shut the speedway down when we lived in Canberra, and we ended up the kids ended up racing on the streets again. But the speedway, you go to a speedway Friday night, only a local one, but it was a night out. You're in the pit, you hear the noise, you hear the spanners clanging, and everyone fucking yelling at each other because they're not doing it right. And then they get out and make the next race, and you smell the race fuel and eat the dirt and wipe it off your windscreen, and then have a beer and a fucking hamburger, and away you go. It's the lifestyle. It's the feeling of being there, and yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I got a question for y'all.
Oh, Rob, yep.
This is something that came up, and I'm kind of poking around a script idea for an episode, and I'd really love y'all's take. So, and this could be depressing. I don't know. As these self-driving cars advance in technology, we're talking about like modernization and technology in the future and stuff like that. As self-driving cars evolve into the norm, where does that leave motorcycles?
A hell of a lot safer. If we can take the control out of the idiot's hands, then we're probably a lot safer.
You're probably driving a straight line a lot more. That's about it. Not cut you off and things like that.
Right? The car will actually sense us where they don't, right? Because they're busy focusing on their phone. So, I mean, honestly, for the motorcycle rider, I feel like this is a good step forward. Even the little indicator lights that are on people's mirrors. I've got old cars, so none of mine have that shit. They're lucky to have blinkers. But anyway, but I watch for that. When I'm beside a vehicle, I watch myself turn that on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's a great feature for me because I know I've turned the light on and they can see that. So I think self-driving car as a safety feature for us will be a lot better.
But do you think they are going to limit, like, do you think they would take away the right to drive motorcycles? Because us driving our motorcycles will be a lot more dangerous than the self-driving cars themselves. Do you see that going in the wrong direction for us?
I don't think so. Here's why. If you hit a car with your motorcycle, you're going to be the one hurt.
Yeah.
Rarely does the car get, they get dinged up, but it's not like a serious risk to them. The risk is ours. I mean, very rarely do you hear motorcycle car. Well, unfortunately, I literally had 2 in one day, 2 hit and runs. One was head on. So this car hit a bike head on and just kept on driving. The biker flew over the top of it. But the fact of the matter is that car could go on because it hit a motorcycle. And so what damage are we going to do? Yeah, we might ding up the car, but we're not going to hurt them in the car. So I don't know why that would have an effect.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the self-driving cars, I think they're just a ploy for the people that can't fucking park their cars properly. Because they pull up beside another one and just push the button and it fucking backs it in and parks it for them. So they're if they're riding on the highway and whatnot, well, as a motorbike rider, you got more field of view. And I remember when I went for me L's for me P plates, Mum said there's a bloke on, he's doing the test today. He likes head turners. And I understand why, because the more you turn your head on a bike at an intersection, the more you see around you and what's coming. So in that regards, I took that information on, and then he said just ride around the block, go to the lights up here, come back into the car park and do an emergency stop. Like, this is when I already had my L's, I'm going for my P plates, which is your next level for 12 months, and then you get your blacks, which is your main license. And then so I did that, did the head turner more than normal, but then I realised then, like, your field of view, we can see over the cars and whatnot, and then come into the car park and did the emergency brake, and he goes, okay, turn it off, come in, you got your license. And then I went down to the lights and I put a wheelie up the main street. So, but in regards, I already knew how to ride, but like with the not electric cars, we're off that one, but with the auto driving cars, like I said, they'll probably just end up reading the lane, stay in their own lane, and you can still drive past doing a wheelie and giving them the bird as you go past anyway. So it's just, as long as, I think it's long off in the distance, especially in Australia anyway. We can't see it in the future, but it's just going to be, like I said, the auto cars and all that is only for them to park their cars properly, what is in Australia anyway, because they just pull up, push the button and it backs in for you. So if you're that bad you can't park your car properly, you shouldn't have a license, I reckon.
I always wanted, we can't lane split in Florida, and I'm like, hey, would I be able to lane split? If their car goes, try it.
Too wide anyway. I got wide western bars, which, as you know, on a flat tracker and a motorbike, the wider your bars, the more control you got. So it's good in the wet. So you just peel out going around the corner and turn the power on, and if you're drifting, you just screw it open. So and handle it. But lane splitting with those western bars, you can't make it. And it is legal in some, I think Queensland it's legal. New South Wales, I'm not sure, but I'm in the country anyway, and we've got a highway, freeway out there that you get on and just screw open, and you're nowhere near chaos and traffic jams like that. So that's later on.
Death to do it.
Well, usually when you're in Sydney too, you get to Sydney, you just you pick your line and go for it anyway. And hopefully there's no speed cameras around, but.
All right. What else you got, honey? We've been on here an hour and 25 minutes. Look at that. Holy moly.
There was only one thing I want to announce. We did a live last Saturday, and I didn't see him come on here, but we had somebody win a Badger beanie. So Jan, him his Badger beanie. I didn't do a game this time. Dang it. Next week we'll do a game.
Well, and keep walking, guys. Here in probably the next month, we should have a big announcement for everybody. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Then we'll come in.
We're working on it. So it'll be a big thing when we can get that announcement made, and hopefully everybody will join in. Should be a lot of fun.
All right.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Anything you guys wanted to add that you're like, hey, I would like to talk, put this out there real quick?
Well, I guess, yeah, if you see what I'm on here and how I act and chat and everything else, that's me. Like, I don't sugarcoat anything. This is me. My channels and videos are exactly like this. There's a few not, and so if you want to see the Australian Yobbo, that's me. And, I do lives every 13th of every month, and so yeah, like, subscribe if you like to. I've only got 260. It's taken me 2 years to get that, so I'm a slow grower, I guess. Help out when you can. Jeez.
Absolutely, guys. Go give him.
Yeah.
Go give him a subscribe. Check out his channel. Part of Support Bikers. I've said this a million times. There's a ton of ways that you guys can support each other that are completely free, and that can be liking Facebook pages, liking posts, subscribing to YouTube channels. Those are all free. Buy merchandise if people have merchandise. All that helps. So keep that in mind. Next week is Small Business Saturday for us, so we're going to have 5 or 6 small biker-owned businesses on here that will be telling us all about their product and how you guys can get them. So if you're looking for Christmas presents, please tell everybody to hop on and check it out. You don't have to buy anything, but at least you'll know more about their business, right? Because that's the biggest struggle in business, is getting people to know about you. Most small businesses don't have the budget that the Walmarts and the Amazons of the world do, right? So that's where people like us come in, where we can introduce other people to businesses.
One lady had Bloody Mary mixes that you can buy that she sends. Yes. Hightail Hair. They're in Australia. Smitty, I don't know if you heard about them. They were in the U.S.
Yes, because who uses Hightail Hair? Can you tell?
Yeah. I was going great at 13, I think.
Okay, so Chris, it's this. So on your helmet, it's something you can put on your helmet to hold your hair. So right now, I always wrap mine up into to keep it from being tangled. But this is something that holds it up underneath the helmet. It's super, super cool. So hopefully they're not too busy with Black Friday and they can join us. Who else? We got a lady with patches and apparel wear. Of course, Matt. Wood burning. So yeah, come join us next Saturday.
So Riding the Ozarks has a video premiere tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Is that 8 p.m. Central Time? You guys just have to go check out his channel.
Yep.
It's about a charity ride and raising money in the name of a 10-year-old girl starved to death by her parents.
Oh, wow.
What a great cause.
Yeah.
The other thing I will tell everybody. So supportbikers.com is a website we built for all bikers. So please go on there, put a free listing on there. That way people can find you. They can find your business. They can find your channel. Like I said, it's 100% free. But the other thing is they can find you when they're doing, stuff like this. You can go to our Facebook. We have Facebook groups, Support Bikers and the Badgers and the Biker Lifestyle. You can go on there. You can post your events, post your channels, whatever it is that we can do to support you, right? So we can't support you if you don't tell us how to support you. We want to support you. So guys, we made it all free for you. Reach out if we can help you in any way, because that's what we're here to do.
That's it. And then also, like when saying that, I'm on there, and when the COVID thing does settle down a bit more and you can fly and travel, if you do end up coming to Australia, hit me up. I'm 3 hours just north of Sydney, and even if you drive to Newcastle, which is an hour and a half north of Sydney, I can scoot down and meet up and we can go do something. So I'm always up for a beer and to welcome and to see and have a chat. And like I said, this is me, so you're not going to expect the unexpected. So
Well,
just bring your money so we can have some beers.
That's one of the funnest things with what we do, all of the YouTube and the Facebook. Everywhere we go, people are like, hey, it's the Badgers. You get to meet the coolest people and get to hang out and get to ride. And that's, life's short, right? It's about those experiences and those connections now more than ever, right? I think we kind of feel that importance now of not.
Well, that's a lifestyle, Sonny. It's like I said before, I was with the club for 15 years. That was a lifestyle, and now this YouTube stuff's a lifestyle, and all friends are worldwide, not just in your own country. So, because I haven't been able to get out on the bike again, I've been hooking up and tagging along and hanging around the Barker. And like I said before, if I knew they were in the country years ago, I'd have joined them. But so I'm in the process of going through them, and we've got a ride next week. So hopefully I'll get some footage and do that. But yeah, that's a bit of a cat out of the bag. Like that's what I'm aiming for. I go to meetings once a month in Newcastle, which is 2 hours away on a Thursday night. So I drive down of an afternoon, come home, get home by 11, then I've got to go to work the next day. So it's a big effort, but it's a small price to pay for the kids.
Right.
I love that I can travel anywhere in the world and be able to find somebody. Yeah.
Exactly right. That's the whole thing. Like it's a lifestyle. This YouTubing and vlogging and all that. You obviously you pick your own friends. Like I said before, you mentioned the $1 Million Bogan and all that. It's not that I don't like him or anything like that. It's just not my cup of tea. For me, like I said before, I had to save up for me money and save up for me bike. And a lot of people are doing it harder than he's got. I don't know how he got his money. I'm no disrespect or anything like that, but I think it's just my opinion and my thought. He just not flashes his money. He's sort of a bit of a character, I should say, and doesn't seem real. And that's just, like I said, just my opinion, and that's why I sort of don't watch him. But there's a lot of other good ones out there, and I'm not saying he's not good. If you like him, go watch him. But that's my opinion. That's all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Earth, real things going on. All right, Rob. Guys. What about you guys? Anything real quick that you wanted to announce, talk about?
We have a lot of changes coming up. A lot of things going on.
And a new subscriber.
Check out the channel. Check out things. What I really want to do is my channel's small. My channel's insignificant. But look, Bikers Against Child Abuse, y'all. Google it. Check it out. It's international. They're all over the world. Support your local chapter. It's empowering children who've been abused. They didn't ask for that stuff. So if I got a 5 seconds to plug anything, it's a plug for Bikers Against Child Abuse, guys. Go to the website, check them out. There's chapters all over the world. Please, it's for the kids. But as far as what we're doing, it's fun. We're just having fun. You can check it out if you want or don't. We don't make money off it. We just do it for fun. So
yeah, exactly.
But Baka is legit. Baka is the real deal, and I encourage anyone to check it out if they're interested in that sort of thing.
Awesome.
Well, you guys keep being you, keep doing it, keep enjoying it, have fun with it.
And we want to tell everybody, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have a turkey day. Have a happy turkey day. And we'll see everybody next Saturday night for our Small Biker Business Saturday.
Yep.
So it's our first one. We'll see how it turns out. I would like to do one a month like this. because it doesn't need to be any special Christmas or anything for us to support
Support each
biker
other.
businesses, right?
Yep.
So hopefully we do this once a month where we can introduce you guys to, biker businesses across the country and across the world. So anyway, guys,
Thank you to you guys
No
for
worries.
this Saturday with us.
thank you guys. Have a
Yes.
great night.
Really appreciate
We will
it.
see you soon.
All right.
All right.
You can hang on, y'all, and Smitty. if you
Bye,
wanna-
y'all.
Thanks, guys.